Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Joy with JJ with Joy. I wanted to share this beautiful journal. Now, I hadn't ever seen one like this until Cassie Stalsberg in my group. I have the directions of how to do this on Facebook group JJ with Joy. So if you're interested, come along, join the group. She designed this in a bigger format, and I squished it down and made it a little bit smaller. Now, I didn't measure it, but you can see it's just, so big. When I was making it live with her doing it, then I just added fabric down the side to close it because I didn't have closures. I had this, she had given me this actually, but I didn't have the closures. So I ended up going back. I liked her hinges so much better. Were so much prettier. So I didn't have any of the same color. And I thought, well, I got this little tab and I cut it out of copper colored paper, and oh man, I did so much stuff to it to get it to look the same color. But let's get into this beauty. I mean, it is a pretty journal. This is where the magic happens. It unfolds. Isn't this so cool? This is her little design. Now you have to off-center one of these and the other, and I didn't get this one quite off-centered. That's one of my little mistakes here, but hey, it's good. So it is two signatures. There's one. Here is the second one, and it flips out like this. It's an archway. It's beautiful. Now in here, there is an acetate page where you could put a piece of paper in there if you wanted to. I didn't want to cover the apron. This is kind of a gardening theme to this. I'm going to scoot this over just a little bit so you can get the full effect of this. And I printed this all on laser printer, pardon me. I had a lot of scraps left over, so I just made them work for me. I did a lot of sewing down the middle where I attached two pieces of scraps together. I think it added a lot to this journal doing that, so I was kind of happy that that turned out and worked for me. This here is just some tape I got from AliExpress. It's a mushroom stamps. This arch came off of here. It was a scrap, and I just cut off the bottom, made it pretty to make it fit. I tried to fill in if I had coffee dyed pages opposite each other. I tried to fill in with a little bit so it wasn't so busy, or it wasn't so plain, not busy, excuse me. Let me scooch over. I didn't realize you were out of frame there. Move my stuff. And anyway, this is so pretty. I mean, I have added different pieces. This flips up for writing space, flips up for writing space here, and just extra pieces to put in here to make it. I was trying to add a lot of girth to it because I had a lot of room left over. Another little writing space there. More of that mushroom tape. Oops. I love the beets. At least I think they're beets. In my gardening world, they're beets. Somebody's going to say, no, they aren't. This could fit one of those pins in it. I intended it kind of that, but I had this piece laying over, left over, so I just added that in as an extra piece. A belly band here and writing room on the back. Now, if you have a belly band and it slips around and it tries to slide out, you can add sewing around the edge to keep it kind of not from sliding, and then bring in your glue just a little bit so it kind of makes it stay there better. That's a little tip. This woman is looking at the house through the window, you'll see later. And this piece here is just another, I made it into a tag shape. I just think those are really cool. What was left over, it was amazing. This is a pretty paper from a dotted pen. Here we have the squirrel, which is fun. A little hedgehog over here as a pocket. Now, I didn't care, I cut these papers wherever they land. The woman was looking out this window into the garden shed, which it's pretty together, but it's still pretty alone. Little mushrooms there. This is off of my picnic table I have. Now, I was going to add this just across. It didn't fit across. And so I thought, well, I'll just leave that flipping out. And I think that looks pretty cool myself. Now, if you guys are liking what you see, I would appreciate it if you like the video. That kind of helps me out a little bit. And then if you'd like to see more of what I do, then please subscribe to my channel. And if you want to get a notification, ring the bell. That as well will get you all of the notifications so you can see what I'm a-doing. So far, I'm not doing tutorials necessarily. I'm just showing flip-throughs. I do have my Facebook group that I do most of my tutorials on, but you know, you have to have so many people in order to have enough time to do the tutorials. See, that I thought that was on there, but it isn't. Let me scooch over just a little more. I'm sorry. There's a snail, made a writing spot. I thought that was a little busy. Thought I'd just throw that in there. This didn't, when I had just this part by itself, it went in too far. So I just decided to add a little extra piece on both sides here. And then that gave it enough to make it stick out enough that I didn't have, you know, a little extra there. I love this page. I don't know. Seeing I cut off the words and half of the page. Now this is an upside down matchbook cover. And the reason I put it in upside down is because it says, it had more on that. It says Libra right now. But anyway, that's just a little matchbook fold over. I put it in upside down. It doesn't really matter. I have a couple of these in my journal, these little extra pages. They're sewn in. You could tear those out as you write in it, or you could just leave it, let be. Here is another tag here, which slips into this little pocket, this little squirrel pocket. And I did round the top of that to fit, you know, in there a little bit better. There's that house again. I think that might be the main house, not the garden house. I had a scrap, and so in another scrap, I just made them work. That's what we do as junk journalers. This is called a junk journal. And another piece from this that was left off, and I just cut it off and put it on that page. I love that deer. This was another piece that had been cut out from there. I made that work for me too. Lots of fun. This was a fun journal to make. It really was. And another one of these. Had to think about that one to make it come out on the right side. There's the girl. Oh, am I slipping down, aren't I? And then, again, another little belly band. Let me get through this. My kitty cat's bugging me. He's wanting up on my lap. So, time to get done with the video, huh? He's a new little kitten to me, so he's a lot of fun. But he likes to give hugs and kisses, that's for sure. And that's it. You have to off-center these correctly, and I didn't do this side very well. So, we have that, fold it back together. Thanks for joining me today, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this. If you do want to see how to make it, please come in and join my group, JJ with Joy. We have instructions and live of how to do this. Until next time, remember your day is full of choices, so choose joy.